turn the radio off right now and listen to The Chris Miles Show.
Keeping you informed about the latest and greatest trends and current events in today's society. It's where you go to stay in the know. It's the Chris Miles Show, live from Atlanta, Georgia.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Chris Miles Show. And your host, Chris Miles.
What's going on, everybody? I hope all is well. Welcome to another edition of the Chris Miles Show. I am sitting in, blessed to be here with Mr. Producer to my right. I want to welcome all of the TikTok. What's going on, TikTok? What's going on? I want to welcome all of the people from TikTok tuning in this evening, as well as that of Facebook and our followers over on YouTube. We want everybody to that's going to tune in and watch the Chris Miles Show this evening to actually share the link on your page. We are trying to grow the content, so we want everybody to share the link. If you are tuning in on Facebook, we want you to share the link. If you are on TikTok tuning in, we want you to share the link. And the same thing on that of YouTube. Well, YouTube can't actually share, but they can spread the word. But anyway, Good evening to everybody. We're blessed to be here. We thank the Most High God for giving us the opportunity to bring this pertinent information to you. Maya, give everybody the actual topic of the show this evening, please.
Well, it's probably a little touchy, but the topic of today is going to be crimes against black kids, like, abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, any type of abuse and mistreatment of the black kids.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let me just share this information with my TikTok people. TikTok, we, me and Mr. Producer and some other people that I am currently in a group with, as everybody know that's tuning in on TikTok, everybody they're aware of the government recently came with they are wanting to do away with TikTok. Either TikTok has to divest, which means to sell it, or be shut down in the United States. So me and Mr. Producer came up with an idea, which is, why don't we take a day and we have a shutdown where, what we're not going to do is nobody goes to work, nobody buys any products from the stores, grocery stores, gas, or what have you. We are going to be pushing this because what Congress and everybody that's against or wanting to ban on TikTok have to understand, it is within our First Amendment right to be able to express ourselves. And the things that these people are actually doing is over the top. Now, many of you may know that Congress here, with that Sleepy Joe, went and gave an additional $95 billion of our trust account money to that of Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. Wherever you are in the United States, you are bearing witness to homelessness. Wherever you are in the United States, you are bearing witness to homelessness. you're seeing so many unfortunate things where they could have actually taken that money and put that money to good use. We still have open borders, but this is what people have to understand, what most people don't understand, and that is that the current president is a globalist. All of the things that you all see going on, people, this is a global agenda. So that's why you have open borders, and that's why they want to do away with the currency and all of this other stuff, is because they're globalists. And that is actually what we're dealing with right here, right now. Okay? And so if you're dealing with somebody with a globalist agenda and mindset, they could give a damn about, if people pay their bills. And this is the other thing me and Mr. Producer was talking about. Here it is, they're talking about they're going to do away with student debt. Well, student debt never existed. Student debt never exists because the fact of the matter is that student debt that they're talking about came from out of our trust accounts. That's where it came from. So they're not forgiving anything. But when they can take our intangibles, and by 2027, there will be no more Social Security. So I want everybody out there that's going to retire after that, you won't have no Social Security. So these people that's supposed to be representing you, they're not representing any of us. And these are the things that people have to factor in. So what we're going to do is we are positioning for an actual date. We're going to pick, and I'm specifically speaking to my TikTok people. We're going to pick a date, and we're going to ask that everybody that's on TikTok that's upset about what Congress has recently done, because they don't represent us. They can't, not with this it's not, we can't say covert, with this overt agenda of these things that they're doing in our face. But we're gonna pick a day, and the day that we pick, we're going to actually, we don't want anybody to go to work on that day. We don't want you to buy no gas. We don't want you to do nothing.
Take a day off from everything.
A day off from everything. And we're going to show them in 24 hours the power of nobody doing anything to give we the people back the power. This is what we're talking about. This is what needs to happen.
We don't do anything for them because they don't do anything for us.
Exactly.
So you think about. I know people be thinking like, what can that do? Think about if you done worked any job. Think about being in the manager position. The manager has to take notes of how much money they done made today. They have a quota that they want to meet. Walmart has a quota that they want to meet on a day-to-day basis.
Exactly.
Because they thinking about their yearly. So just imagine no business in America making money at all.
On this particular day?
Getting no revenue, nobody getting gas, nobody buying food, nobody shopping. Everything on the books that day would be zero.
Shut down. Yeah, right.
That'll be powerful.
That's powerful.
That's powerful.
And this is something that needs to happen to show Congress, to show them, listen, you all are not going to do this to us. We, the people, have the power.
Cause that'll be if you think about it, that means nobody paid no taxes that day.
No taxes, exactly. So that is that. Remember now, we the Chris Miles Show came up with this concept. Okay, so we're putting this out here that we're coming with a day that we are asking everybody not to do any business within the United States. We have not came up with a specific date, but we are talking to some other people about this measure, and this is something that needs to be done. TikTok, please share our content. Please share it on your page, and please come in and follow us. I'm Chris Miles. We do have a secondary page on TikTok, which is the Chris Miles Show. All right. we're gonna go into topic this evening of what we're actually talking about, because this here is also a much needed conversation that we need to have. Mr. Producer.
Yes, sir.
You shared something with me earlier today that really I can't even put into words what it did to me.
Right. When I heard it did something to me.
You know, this is the thing, people. We have to do a better job of protecting our children. It's really sad when you have animals in the animal kingdom that do a better job at protecting their young than we do. That's sad. God gives us these children, and we're supposed to be providers, and we're not supposed to be these children friends. We're supposed to be parents. And there are many benefactors to a lot of the dogma that you actually see going on out there today. And the government plays a part in that. It plays a part in the corruption and the things that you see going on, because they have a financial gain to get off of this. So we're going to be talking about a lot of topics this evening, basically pertaining to kids being bothered, molested, and things of that nature. And I know this is a very touchy subject matter, but this is something that we need to talk about. Mr. Producer, you got something you want to add before you bring in some of the content?
No, not off top, man, but it's, just growing up in our community, talking about this, and the only time, they talk about it at a family gathering, you know what I'm saying, they sweep it under the rug. They don't take it serious.
Well, most of the time they don't talk about it.
I mean,
and what's really sad, people, is a lot of the things that we see that's prevalent in our children being bothered is done by these people in the church.
Yeah.
And then let me just share something with everybody out there. Most of you all don't know. I did 2 years and 5 months in federal prison. Matter of fact, bring that story up. I did 2 years and 5 months in federal prison. All right. And in my travels of transitioning through the federal prison, I was in 4 months from being released. This guy that you see on your screen now, TikTok, you all can actually see this individual, but his name is Larry Bollinger. He was a preacher out of North Carolina. And what happened is, we were at the time when I was getting ready to transition out, COVID was like, it was killing people, unaliving people. I had to remember unalive. It was unaliving people. I was in a dorm of, I don't know, maybe 100, 110 people, maybe more or less, maybe 80. I might be exaggerating, but there was we were basically losing on an average maybe 10 people a week that was dying from COVID in the dorm that I was in. And I, like I said, I had 4 months left. That being said, when these guys came out of quarantine, there was this guy that you all see on your screen named Larry Bollinger, excuse me. That has a funny last name. Larry Bollinger. Larry was a minister So what he had started doing was him and his church was going over to Haiti. They were going over to Haiti doing missionary work because Haiti had the hurricane and a few other things happen. Right.
Yeah.
So this bastard was going over there. This man that's on the screen, and for the people that's watching on TikTok, I know you all cannot actually see the man that's on your screen. And I'm not asking you to leave where you are, but if you can, you might be able to pull up the Facebook or go to YouTube, the Chris Miles Show. Say again?
Sure, you can show him on my phone. Hold on.
And so this bastard, yeah. See that TikTok? This guy right here. This guy right here, TikTok. Okay? This guy right here. I was, as I was getting ready to transition out, that's a good idea, Mr. Producer.
Right.
As I was getting ready to transition out, he was coming in. So I had befriended a guy in there, big time drug guy out of Louisiana. We had became the best friends, but this particular guy had been, we called him Chopper. He had the New Orleans accent. Good dude, man. A big time guy, right? I think I was getting out a month before he was getting ready to get out.
Right.
Anyway, this guy, Larry Bollinger, had came in, right? And anybody that comes through the federal system and you are in there for bothering, molesting, or doing something to a child, your life is in danger. But anyway, they had placed this guy, Larry Bollinger, in the cell with Chopper.
Yeah.
So when Chopper found out, because one of the things that's a big requirement there, they always want to see your paperwork. In the federal system, they want to see your paperwork. Two things they're looking for. They're looking for if you're a snitch,
Yeah.
if you told on anybody, or if you are you a pedophile.
Right.
And those two things in there will get you unalive quick.
Man.
So anyway, the word was circulating around who this guy was, and so when Chopper found out, Chopper like, no. And he called a couple of guys, and they came in and threw the man shit out of the cell.
Damn.
Out there in the hallway, right? Like we was in the dorm, so they threw it out by the TV. So they put him down in another area where another guy was in there for what he was in there for. But there was this real cool white guy out of Georgia who we call Black Boy, right? I mean, he cool. He had the Georgia Bulldog on his arm and stuff. Big time, dope boy and that type thing. But anyway, good guy. He came to me. We were sitting down. We were talking one day, right? And he told me about this guy on the screen. Like, listen, man, this is what this dude is. And I was like, damn. It blew me, right?
Yeah. So
much so that they were plotting on this dude. And I don't know who brought me this guy's discovery. And the discovery people, what a discovery is it details, in fact,
what he did.
Damn. Like this is what, like the stuff when the feds get ready to charge you, there's always, the state prison have it too, it's called a discovery. So it's an affidavit, but it details the charges that they're bringing. And I read it, and it was gruesome. It was gruesome, people. Like, I could not believe that this man was using God's name to go over, and this guy that's on your screen were raping little black girls, man.
Man.
Some as many as 10 a day.
God damn.
Yeah. And he was flying from North Carolina over to Haiti. And they were going over there under the auspices of that they were going to do God's work. And he was going over there raping, or is that the proper term to use?
I guess you got to say the R word or whatever.
Okay, the R word. He was going over there taking advantage of these young girls. And this is the thing, you know. I say all of that to simply say this, people. We put out a video earlier. You think we should bring? Hold on, people.
If you want to.
So we put out a video. We put out a video this evening. Or take that back. It was this morning, right? The video that we put out. Is talking about this guy by the name of Jason. What's his name? Jason?
Roger Pope.
Roger Pope. Okay? You all hold on. Y'all hold on for a second. I'm gonna see if I can bring somebody else in. This is something that we need to talk about. And this is what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to bring light to various issues that needs to be talked about. And this is the thing. And this is one of the other reasons. This guy right here, TikTok.
It's a DJ out of South
DJ
Carolina.
Kid.
Where's he out of South Carolina?
He's out of South Carolina.
So your preacher in North Carolina, he in South Carolina.
Right.
What's in that water?
So, hold on, Ms. Alvarado. So this guy that's on your screen, TikTok, right here, this guy right here, he was instrumental in the R word, or better yet, I'm gonna let you tell me.
He was sex trafficking?
He was sex trafficking.
He infected over 700.
He was sex trafficking minor black females, young black females. This guy right here on your screen, TikTok. And he infected over 700 of them with the AIDS HIV virus. This guy right here, TikTok. This guy right here. So
tell him how many years did he got.
Okay, so Miss Alvarado. Okay, we gonna bring you in on this conversation here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this guy here was initially facing 40 years. Mm-hmm. And it got reduced down TikTok to 30 years. Mm-hmm. And he took a plea deal, and the plea deal he got 19 years. Now, this is what I told Mr. Producer earlier.
That's crazy.
Now, this guy sex trafficked
deliberately.
Hold on, Miss Alvarado. Bring her picture up too. Put it on the screen. You got it. He sex trafficked over 700 young black females, infected them with AIDS and HIV. Okay? Mm-hmm. And he's only going to get 19 years for his crime. Now, y'all hold on. Let me get this out. I'm a little slow, but I ain't that slow. So he's only going to get 19 years because he took a plea deal. What I'm curious to know and find out, why didn't the feds pick his case up? Now, I want you all to think about something. You have R. Kelly, and I'm not condoning R. Kelly, what he's done. I'm not doing that. But you have R. Kelly that is sitting in federal prison with over 40 years to do. R. Kelly did not sexually traffic, nor are, in y'all know what I'm saying, the R word, what it means, take advantage of 700 girls, nor did he infect girls with HIV/AIDS. This guy did this, and he's only going to do 19 years.
That's so sad.
Now go ahead. You got something you want to say, Ms. Alvarado?
And we got to piggyback to today. That happened how many years ago? That was about, 7, 8 years ago? That case came about when everything was, in the forefront. Right. I didn't follow this. I'm glad you brought it to my attention. But that's how they treat us black women. But I guarantee you, if that was another race and he was deliberately infecting them, that's a crime.
He destroyed all them people's lives, man.
That's a federal crime.
That's a federal crime.
they're taking our lives at a lesser value than others, and that's what I have a problem with. Because everybody has free will when it comes to having sex.
Right.
But this man deliberately targeted African American. That was the whole premise of the case. That
right.
He targeted. He just meat. He targeted black women. So that means that was like terrorism.
It's a form of terrorism. Right.
So who's her lawyer? Who's their lawyer? Who's defending?
Well, but that's the issue. Anytime you have a matter like that, you have something. So the attorney general, well, typically what happens, the district attorney on the whatever crime, the DA is going to handle it, or the attorney general. The attorney general can come in and he can take it. I think that's what happened. But what I'm saying is, this guy should never. I mean, personally, because of what he did, I think he should have faced the death penalty.
I agree.
I'm telling you, and because guess what? If it was me or Mr. Medusa had did that to them,
man, we'd have never seen the light of day. Man, it would have been an accident on the way to the prison. We wouldn't have made it to the prison.
Right. So
the disparity between us and them. That's the disparity between us and them. Is our life, is our women life, and that's what I want to just express to black men. It's your personal thoughts. Like every race has a personal thought about their women. In the Hindu people, if they go outside of whoever they arrange them to marry and have sex with outside people, they'll kill them.
They'll kill them, right?
Right?
Yeah.
So we just degrade ours.
Right.
We can degrade them at home, but they will never be out in public. So that's why I try to tell black men, it's okay to have your personal opinion about the women in your community, but it's not for us to go on broadcast on a national level and discredit them, because we really face a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so when you do that leads way to things like that. Because if that would have been a brother that infected that many women, he would have never saw the light of day.
Right.
But because he was a white man infecting black women who they think already are less than. Right. We're not less than. We've never been less than.
Right.
Most
but that's
definitely.
the image they want us to have.
Now,
so we have to stop. Even myself, when we have to stop saying Sexy Red is this, because Sexy Red is a construct of what has happened to black women in society.
Well, but let me stop you right there, Ms. Alvarado. Let me say this.
I knew you was gonna stop.
Yeah. Okay. So let me say this. It becomes what Sexy Red and Suki Hunter is doing. Black women are naturally over sexualized. Okay, like black women are looked upon as sexual, and this mentality.
Sexual.
Hold on. This mentality goes back to slavery.
It does.
Because my grandmother explained to me when she was 14 years old. I'm not going to go into that story tonight. But I had an uncle. I had an uncle that was a professor. Excuse me, damn, I'm stumbling on my words, like I'm on the juice. But I had an uncle that was a professor at Ohio State, right? And he told me that when white men became of age, when they were ready to have intercourse, they would go get Big Bertha, who had shown other white men how and what to do. And Bertha would take him in there. She would show him, okay, this is what you're gonna do. And this is one of the reasons that they desire black women like they do. And when you get a Suki Hunter and you get a Sexy Red and all of the things and the sexual content and the gyrating and all of the stuff they put out there, it sets a bad precedent.
Why shouldn't they market on it? But why shouldn't they market on something that we've been exploited on? You know what I'm saying? That we've been exploited on it. Like you said from the beginning, they used young white men. They gave an old black woman who was fucking everybody, excuse my language, but breeding. She was breeding.
Right.
She was breeding. Okay, so they gave the young children to this black woman. So why not make money of what they've always exploited us for?
Well, but I have
a victim of it.
I have an issue with that.
I do too.
Well,
but I understand their logic. Just like we use the word, some people use the word nigga in reference in love, right? Because why continue that to be a negative? Let's make a positive.
Well, you can't make it this, but Ms. Alvarado, hold on. I disagree. I disagree with that. You cannot listen. Anything that is dealing with the disrespect, you got to understand something. You got to understand something. Wait a minute. Let me make my point. I'll give you the floor. You have to understand that our women, our kids, the connection is through our women. Women is how the nation repopulates. Yeah, the seed comes from the man, but you got to have our women to do this. And the thing is, if you have women out there that are looked upon as dirty, degrading, then it sets a negative precedent. And what I'm telling you is money doesn't trump that. Money cannot overturn something that is going. We had a video. Mr. Producer did a video a while back, a couple of months back, where there was some young girls. What was that song they were singing, Mr. Producer? By Sexy Red. What was it?
Pound Town.
Pound Town.
Booty Hole Brown.
Booty Hole Brown. Now we're talking about. We are talking about preschoolers. And nothing is cute. Nothing. Listen.
You hear what you're saying? I want you to hear what you're saying.
I know exactly what I'm saying.
I have to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Because going back to what the subject matter is, right? About the white man infecting a whole bunch of black women and they have no value in the court, right? That's what we're talking about. So go ahead. Self-esteem goes a long way. So if you're telling me that no matter what I go through as a black woman, you're going to value me less than.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that. No. She's
saying that's what they're thinking.
No, okay, but
that's why we have these issues because America has said that the black woman ain't a value.
Listen,
so when America says the black woman ain't value, black women start acting less than value.
Okay, so listen.
Black men have to lift black women up. We can't.
And that's my.
It has to be.
Miss Alvarado, listen.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day.
Well, I'm not worried about you preaching, but
at the end of it, that's what I'm saying. We have to build.
Okay, so that's.
Unit,
am I not? Hold on. Am I not?
Y'all saying the same
what
thing.
I'm
y'all
saying
just
to you.
Going different routes.
Well, this
y'all just going different routes.
This is what I'm saying, right? I say, how you doing, Miss Tubbs? Thank you, my love out of Houston. She's always in on Sunday. Thanks for your support.
Thank you, Miss.
We love you, Felicia. But let me say this. Let me get back to the topic. And what I'm saying to you is this, Ms. Alvarado. I'm simply saying that if black fathers was in the home, if they was in the home, then a lot of the things that we see, Suki Hannah and all of everybody else, what's her name? Sexy Red. What's the other? Cardi B. Right. These all listen. They would not be a factor. And this is what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me make my point. Hold on. I'm gonna make my point, and you can ask me the question. You said something very profound earlier, and you talked about the women of East Indian descent. You also have to understand the Asian community don't allow that. Okay? Nobody allows that but us.
But they don't publicly denounce their women. Black men historically, because of slavery and the fact that someone was used as straight breeders, they publicly denounced their women because of emotion. That's a true statement. And Asian men didn't face that.
I get it. But listen.
That's why they're so protective.
I get all. I realize the construct as far as the things that's what I'm saying. No other race of people have been affected like we have. That is a given.
Have you heard the question that's been going around TikTok about will you leave your baby daughter with a bear or a man?
I have not heard
and
that.
Everybody chose the bear? Every woman chose the bear because they said bears sometimes don't attack, but men are unstable. Go through, visit that. And then also, super producer, I want you to go ahead and research Ma Rainey from the 1920s when they was exploiting black women then. If you heard the music then, so I can't blame Rick James, Mary Jane. You got Huey Lewis in the news, I Want a New Drug. It's been so many references to women and sexuality throughout America.
But hold on. Let me ask you this, Ms. Alvarado. Let me ask you a question. Have you not seen, have you not heard what happened to Sade Robinson? Have you not heard what happened to Cheryl Turner? Now, these were young black females that were, they got with other, and consequently, they got
dismembered.
Dismembered. That's the word I was looking for. Body cut up.
Heard about it, and
okay. And and the point is that this is the point what I'm making to you. This is the point I'm making to you. What I'm saying is, we have to do a better job of protecting our kids. And when right,
I'm saying that we have to protect both. We have to protect our kids and our women. We have to
and the women.
That's what I'm saying. We have to take the kids and the women.
Because of society. She's not angry because of you, black man. She's angry because society has made her angry. She's angry because in 1946 they started paying black women $15 a damn week to kick their husbands out so they can get welfare. She's angry at a lot of things that America did. So if black men give up on her when she never gave up on the black man, where will we be?
Okay, so let me ask you this: How will we be? Let me ask you something. A part of correcting this conundrum is it has to stop.
We have to do something.
And so what I'm telling you is, what I'm saying, right? Well, this is the thing, Ms. Alvarado. Okay, what I'm saying is, we have to. The scriptures say, "Train up a child the way he should be." And I'm paraphrasing. When he gets older, she gets older, they will not depart. Thank you, TikTok. Hold on. I need everybody on TikTok to share this content. Join us. I need you all to subscribe to I'm Chris Miles and also the Chris Miles Show, and to share this content. But back to topic. What I'm telling you is, you got any more videos, Mr. Producer?
Not for real. It's pretty much. It's gonna be cut and dry.
So the point is what I'm saying to you, Ms. Alvarado, is, I think we lost her. Ms. Alvarado. So what I'm saying, Mr. Producer, is
Thank you. Hung up on that. That was it.
What I'm saying to you is that I get what she's saying about protecting the black woman, and I so wholeheartedly agree with that. But what I'm telling you is that it starts by giving young women the proper intangibles that they need, Mr. Producer.
I'm saying, shit. I mean, any kid, I'm saying, it's simple. They need both parents.
Exactly.
But, okay, kind of to touch on what she was saying, when she was saying how the government started giving women, you know what I'm saying, an allowance or whatever to kick the men out. I don't think that the men was you know, wanted to leave. Because who got the power in this?
They did want to leave.
I'm saying, who got the power and the money in this? I can't. They weren't giving niggas no jobs like that.
Right.
If they wanted to fire you, they ain't had to have no excuse.
Right.
They can get you out of there.
Right.
So if I can't provide for my family, you're like, well, shit, Miss Jones, put your man out. We'll give you $50 a month.
And guess what?
So
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So now we left up shit creek without a paddle. The system, the government taking care of our women. So now that's where the resentment started.
Right. Exactly.
We ain't got no power. Right. They control everything. Right.
That's it. And
but now that the ball done rolled up a couple of years, I'm saying 50, 60 years of the same mechanism, you get used to the shit.
Right.
They gonna feed me, they gonna house me, and I ain't gotta have no nigga. I can have many niggas I want come through here. And shit, I'm still gonna get my benefits.
Get my benefits.
So
you're gonna get your benefits, and not only are you gonna get your benefits, you're also how many kids you put in the system, they're gonna reward you.
Right, exactly. So it's gonna be a lot of work.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
You got it back?
No. No. But what I want to ask you is, why are other people out here who have podcasts not talking about these issues? Why these celebrities are not talking about these? These are issues that need to be talked about.
Because they part of the engine. They don't want to see our community be strengthened. They part of the mechanism. They get paid to deflect, to talk about, to give everybody else the praise.
But
it's no slight against no other race of people. It is none. But everybody else seems to be progressing and moving forward and obtaining things, owning things. We can't figure it out. I'm saying, like she was saying, like we was talking earlier about, Suki Hunter, Sexy Red, all these female rappers. They putting out all this music. Think about what it's telling. I'm saying the parents letting babies, preschoolers, 3, 4, 5-year-old girls listen to this. You know what I'm saying? NBA YoungBoy got the kids listening to this. They making, you know what I'm saying? They making it normal for, you know what I'm saying, for something to happen to these kids. Like the women, the little girls. Somebody come snatch them up and do something to them or touch them. They just seen Suki Hunter and Sexy Red touch themselves on the video. So, you know what I'm saying? Just like what I was telling you earlier, they normalizing this thing. Right. So, she don't know what she doing. She just a baby. And these kids, they know what
okay, so Monica, I'm sorry, Monica. Monica, thank you, Monica, for on TikTok. She said, I was a victim of family. And thank you, love. Nothing was ever done. Mr. Producer, the guy that produced our content here, he has a friend that brought him some information, the other day?
Yeah.
About a young child.
It was her granddaughter.
Her granddaughter.
Well, what happened?
We tried to get her to, she didn't want to go.
She didn't want to come on.
She didn't want to come on. So anyway, I'm gonna let Mr. Producer.
But what happened? My friend, she kept her granddaughter, and she put her granddaughter in the tub or whatnot, and she just playing around in the water. So she get her out, dry off, finna lotion her, powder up, put her clothes on. So the baby 2 years old. She can talk. The baby 2 years old. The baby touched herself, put her finger inside herself.
Man.
Pulled the finger out, put it in the mouth, said, good. Did it twice. She said she looked, she just froze. Because she said at the instant she knew she done seen this or somebody done showed her this. So, come to find out, she done took the mother of the child, let her auntie babysit. I know these people. They retarded. They ain't been raised right or whatnot. But her youngest daughter showed this baby this. Then showed it or did it to the baby. So what happened when somebody brought it to the attention, all the mother of the child that did it, They yelled at the child, they beat the child, told him not to do it no more. The first thing in my head, somebody done touched this child.
Right.
I think the girl 4, 5 years old, somebody did something to this child. Why are you beating her? Why are you yelling at her? And I think after days and days of going back and forth, she finally said the daddy did it. The daddy touched on him.
He need to go to jail.
He needs somebody need to give him a bad day until they get to the bottom of this. I'm saying it's sad how we sweep stuff like that under the rug. Cause I'm saying you people have to live with that shit.
This is the thing for me. This is the thing for me.
I'm saying I'm saying a woman never. Saying it's hard for them to trust. That shit, man.
Hold on.
Did they kick you out of there?
Mm-hmm. Violation warning.
God damn. You got to restart.
So sorry about that. Apparently, somebody, I don't know, TikTok. And TikTok is real peculiar.
Yeah.
Well, somebody is reporting the I'm so protective of my daughter, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, even with something like this, why would somebody go out here? We ain't talking about nothing fugazi. We just up here. The show is about trying to come up with a solution to a much needed conversation.
And that's what I'm saying is that's sex. I'm saying ain't nothing to get that sexy red, that's 200 shit. That's for grown people. It ain't for no kids. I'm saying
most
these people. But still, I'm saying that's how they make their money. No gripes against it.
Because they're pushing it toward.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they pushing it toward hoes, but. And ain't nothing against hoes. Shit, I love hoes.
Kinda, we on TikTok.
Well, anyway, but still, anyway. I'm saying the fact, I think it might came loose, but just the simple fact that your kids are being exposed to this, your little girls. I'm saying, man, that shit detrimental. It hurts. That shit hurts. That's the last thing you want: a child, a baby, a toddler. I mean, any underage child should know. Underage child have to go through no shit like that.
Right, I agree.
I'm saying,
and the thing is, TikTok. We have to do a better job of having a relationship with our children when these things, if the conversation come up, if something inappropriate happens to the child has to be comfortable enough to be able to come to the parent or the guardian and express themselves in that manner.
Cause you already know that motherfucker that did it done lured them in. Don't tell your mama. Don't say this. We playing the little game. Don't do this. Don't do that. They baiting them.
Matter of fact, I have a friend of mine that I went to school with, and his wife or his ex-wife was a part of a certain church down in Montgomery.
Yeah.
And we were talking about some paperwork, okay? About, he got some things going on. And I was telling him what he needed to do, what he needed to file, right? He was the one who told me about this minister at the church. And he said that 2 of his sons went over to this guy's house and spent the night. And the minister had inappropriately touched the oldest boy. And this guy works for the sheriff department. And he told me, he said it took everything within him to keep from losing his job. So what I'm saying is, and this is what I'm talking about. A lot of females will go out here, Mr. Producer. Women have to be more accountable, and they have to take accountability with who they have relations with.
Yeah.
This is what you all have to do, women on TikTok and wherever you are watching. You have to take accountability for these relationships that you enter into with these men. You have to. And, you know, everything is at a rapid pace these days that nobody thinks about. Nobody thinks about the consequences of the actions afterwards. Because I promise you, some of the things that I've done and who I've had in my life, if I'd have known, I tell Mr. Producer every day, all day, if I'd have known this person was not clean like I am, how I grew up, I never would have got tied up with that person, man.
Right.
Because this is why you don't mix seeds with people outside of your race.
Right.
Because how you're raised, they're raised another way.
They don't value the same way as your people value. They look at you different.
Culturally,
you always, especially like if you a black man dating outside your race, you will always be trying. Even they can come from the goddamn jungles of goddamn Indonesia. You always, because you ain't cultured like them.
Right. That's
you ain't got the same culture. You always gonna have to be trying to impress them.
And you know
they could be living in a goddamn grass shack,
right?
And they think they better than you.
A lot of them come from that type of those backgrounds. But this is the point. The point is that's what I'm saying. One of the things that Ms. Alvarado was saying is that society has taught and told us to hate our women.
Right.
And then we see these other women of other nationalities. Guess what we do? Oh man, look at she's so exotic.
You think you got something.
So basically, how you were brought up as a young man, her culture is different.
Right.
She might be submissive to you, but she's submissive to you because guess what? It's like taking a fish out of water.
Right.
You've taken somebody out of their culture and you're bringing them into yours. They don't know the culture. Right. But one of the things they're going to bring with them are those bad habits.
Right.
And guess what? Guess what, Mr. Producer? The children that you produce with that person, they're going to be bipolar.
They're going to be right. They're going to be all over.
Because
and kind of the.
And I'm speaking from experience.
Right. And kind of like what you said is. Like you said, black men and black women, we all raised the same. We all come up hard.
Not necessarily.
No, I'm just saying.
Right. We have in common are the struggles.
Right. That's what that's a good way of putting it. We all have the same. Right. We got the same struggles. Right. Whether is you living real bad or kind of bad. You know what I'm saying? Every other. That's what I'm saying. When you step outside of your race, they come from a structure, structured home. They got their beliefs and this, and a lot of them teach their women, to be submissive to their men. So that's kind of what get a lot of these black dudes hooked. They ain't got to do too much of this or that, and the women gonna be acting, they act all pretty and act all nice, but I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never been like that. I like my black women. I love them. Yeah. We came from the same struggle, so I'm gonna go down with the ship.
They are supposed to be able to identify with it. That is the camaraderie that you have. Yeah. And that's going back to what I'm talking about, like the thing about these young girls that was recently dismembered, right?
Right.
Like, I'm sure that whomever the family members were didn't properly educate them on what was going on. The other thing,
what we always do, right. Love everybody. Everybody's love.
The other thing is that they were caught up and captivated about what they see in media.
The snowman.
They watching the K Jewelers commercials. They're watching the Dos Equis. And, man, all of that shit is hyperbole.
Now these niggas ain't nothing. I'm gonna get me a snowman.
You know what I'm saying? It is culturally it sets a bad and negative precedent.
Right.
So let's do this, Mr. Producer. You got anything else you want to?
No, I kind of want to one of the ladies in the TikTok, about I know you were saying something about so how a lot of the women have to take better accountability for who they bring around their kids, and kind of just I wanted to elaborate on that a little bit. Back in the days when we was coming up, it was always maybe an uncle or auntie, what I'm saying? It was somebody close to the family because, you always had that family structure. You always had the father and the mother in the house. So, the little kids would get caught up by a dirty uncle or some shit like that. But nowadays, since the family structure is destroyed, it's a stepfather or a boyfriend or another boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? Or you neighbor. It's, but yeah, we just gotta protect our kids, man. Cause
well, let me say this, Mr. Producer. The system itself, TikTok. What I want you all to understand is this: justice may never come to a people that go out here that would harm or hurt our children. But I guarantee you, once they go to the other side, there's accountability. The same thing within that of the guy I was telling you about, Larry Bollinger. Yeah. This guy was going over to Haiti, pretending to go over there to do missionary work to help the people over there. I want you all to think about how sick this is, and we see it all the time in our churches, in the black community with a lot of these ministers. These ministers trick the mothers, the children, all of the time by pretending that they're doing the will of God. They do it all the time. And I'm saying all of that because, it is a thing where I'm a spiritual person, so is Mr. Producer. I don't do organized religion. I don't do it. And what people have to understand is all of those things that you see is damning. And the fact of the matter is, what I'm saying is, like I was telling Mr. Producer earlier, I'm gonna just hold him there. I'm gonna go come to him in a second. What I want you all to understand is, if you don't do the necessaries to protect your kids, when the child get up, the child is mentally is destroyed. So then they start to. I mean, this could lead to them using drugs, not being able to cope with reality.
They trying to fill a hole.
Right,
trying to empty.
Void. Yeah.
They trying to fill a void.
So what I'm saying is, and I'm a former school teacher, so I know the importance of protecting our little people, our young people. That is very vital to be able to, take care of these children. That is very, very, very important. And like what Mr. Producer was saying, I want you all to think about the thing he was talking about the young child. We're talking about a 2-year-old child. That's disgusting. And like this guy here, this guy that's on the screen, let me see your thing. I can show TikTok again. This guy that is on you guys' screen, right? TikTok, I'm coming to you. And I need everybody on TikTok to share. Please share this content. But this guy that is on your screen, he was going over to Haiti. This guy here, TikTok. He was going over to Haiti. And he was operating like he was He was doing the work of the Lord, but he was going over there to Haiti, and he was molesting little children, taking advantage of them. Some on an average of 10 a day. I forgot what type of time he got, but you all can do it. His name is Larry Bullinger. Matter of fact, let me do this. Okay. All right. It says 25 years in jail, preacher Larry Michael Bullinger, for molesting. He pleaded guilty in January of 2013 to 2 counts of engaging in illicit sexual conduct in a foreign place. And I want you all to think about how sick that is. This guy here. Y'all see that?
And you was locked up with him.
Yeah, I was locked up with this guy. I was on my way out. They brought him in. He was coming into as I was transitioning out of Oakdale, out of Louisiana. He was coming in, and they were moving a lot of them around because of COVID. But 25 years in federal prison for a preacher, Larry Michael Bullinger, for molesting Haitian girls. And what I'm saying is that the guy that really wanted to mess over him was a white dude.
Yeah.
Out of Georgia. That we call black guy. Black boy, actually what they call him.
Man.
And he was the one, he came to me. They said, hey, Doc, hey, man, look here, you know this dude here. We were actually sitting down one day, we were watching the football game. We were watching college football. And he told me about this guy. And it just, for me to see and to hear that, Mr. Producer, it just, it did something to me that I can't even, just the fact that this guy has, these people entrusted him, man. These kids entrusted him.
That's the heartbreaking part.
Yeah, they entrusted him, and he took their innocence from them, man.
Right.
So when these young girls get up some size, and a guy they get old enough to date, marry, then now the husband has to take on the demons of what was placed on them by this bastard. Right. I want you all to think about how sick that is. I want you all to think about that TikTok, how disgusting that is. You understand? So anything you want to add, Mr. Producer? And let me say this, people. I want all of you all out there to know and understand this, right? Keep a watch over your kids. Sit your children down and talk to them. Listen, the best advice that I can give you about your children, or even if you're in a relationship with somebody, is the best policy is honesty. Just be honest. Just talk. Get to know that person.
Yeah, most definitely.
If a woman, women out there, you out there dating, and I'm talking to all, it doesn't matter what race you are. If you out there dating, because we got a show coming, if not next week, week after next. We're going to talk about these deadbeat dads, because I know plenty of them. You women out there going out here making babies with these guys don't take care of their children. And I know many guys that are every woman that they get with, they impregnate. And guess what they do? When it comes time for them to step up, to put on child support, they run it.
They moving on.
They get out of the system. And no man should have to be put on child support, because at the end of the day, when a man lay down and amalgamate with a woman, that child that you or that seed you have put inside of that woman, that's you. That's a replication of you. And quite naturally, you would not do anything to hurt yourself. So why would you do it to hurt your child? That is the thing what people have to understand. A child is a replication of yourself. Anything you want to add, Mr. Producer?
No, man, you said that. You said it.
You know, so this is why I'm saying that these things out here are vitally important. You know what I'm saying? Is, you know, the teacher, I hear all of the time, well, you know, people got their kids in public schools and various things like that. Listen, the best education a child can get should come from the mother and the father in his community. That is the best education that you can give a child.
You gotta lead by example.
Lead by example and be that role model for that child. And I'm just saying to like the guy that's in South Carolina, a lot of these in the black community, a lot of these ministers are, you know, they are like rabbit foolish when it comes to molesting these children. And I'm just simply saying that these black fathers have to get involved with their children. You know, learn the curriculum. Put time in with them. The best thing a dad can do for and with his child is time. It ain't always about money. It's about the intangibles of time and teaching that child. And guess what? Those things that you teach that child, those things will be readily enhanced in that child, and that child will be able to share those things
right
with their children.
Most definitely.
Though that's the point. And it galls me, people. I can't, you know, Mr. Producer will tell you all how I am about, I'm an animal lover. I love animals, especially dogs. I jumped out one day, people. Let me share a story with you all. I saw a dog on the highway, finna enter the freeway. And I jumped out. I was on the passenger side of the car. I want you all to think about this. I jumped out of the car. Not even thinking, not even cognizant. Ran over, tackled the dog so the dog didn't get hit. And I could have got myself killed by unalive by trying to save the dog. Mr. Producer tell you. I value life. I do. And what I'm telling all of you all out there, the greatest gift that the Most High could give us all are children. And we have to protect our children. There's no other option. And if anybody goes out there and bother those children, then they should face the ultimate punishment. Anything you want to add before we get out of this, Producer?
Yeah, that's like you were saying, man. Fathers, we got to do better, because if you make the kids and you there in the kid's life, the chances of them getting mistreated are slim to none, because you there.
And this,
but once you open up that door, you get out of there. You don't want to accept the child or do what you're supposed to do as a man. Now, possibilities are open.
Right.
You know.
And this is the thing to all my sisters out there. Listen, do a better job of selecting these men. If the man let me tell you, if he ain't got no good credit, if his credit is shot, he got bad credit, he ain't got nothing going for himself, he thugging, you don't want that. You don't want that. You understand? You want somebody. Thank you, Monica. You want somebody out there that's going to be your significant other, your half. That's what people have to understand. When a man lays down with a woman, you become one. All of the bad things that man has, that woman has, you take on her good and evil traits. Don't wait till you all are in the sack enjoying each other. Excuse me. Get to know that person. Learn that person's ways. Learn what that person is all about. So then, when you do decide to make a child with that person, the child is created out of love.
Come on now.
Not out of sexual gratification. The sexual gratification is going to come anyway. If you love that person, that's the best sex in the world.
You got to start back playing that Luther.
You understand what I'm saying?
Can't be making no children the booty hole
right.
brown, man.
Exactly. And listen, everybody out there, let's start this campaign. Let's get Suki Hana and Sexy Red out of our children's ear. I'm about the right stuff. If y'all ain't about what I'm about, you turn the station. That's what I'm saying. We got to do better. We can't go out here and blame anybody else. We have to take responsibility for the things that we do. All right? That being said, Mr. Producer, we anything you want to say before we go?
No, man, you said it all, man.
Monica, follow me, send me an inbox, please. DM me.
Let's put this family back together.
Yeah, that's what we're about nation building here. DM me, Monica, or follow me. I'm gonna follow you back. I promise. Send me a DM. Let's talk. All right, Mr. Producer. It's been fun, bro.
Oh yeah.
We'll be back in here, hopefully Wednesday, and back Thursday. All right. So we're trying to increase days, and we need TikTok to be a part of it. This guy here, he stays on me real hard. But anyway, I want to. Okay, thank you, Monica. I'm gonna follow you back, love. I promise. And DM me because I would love to get your input on this and maybe bring you on. But what we're gonna do is we'll be back Wednesday. I don't know what the topic will be. Maybe deadbeat fathers.
Yeah.
Producer.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that. You know what I mean? And then Thursday we will be doing reaction videos. All right. But everybody out there, thank you so much for tuning in to Chris Miles Show. It's been fun as always. It's always fun, and I want everybody to have a terrific week. Everybody take care. Let's go LeBron. Let's go Lakers. Let's get another win. But anyway, everybody out there, take care. And we'll see you guys back, most high willing, this Wednesday. As always, the Moving Finger Rights has written moves on to all of you. Good evening.